Time for episode number 3 of the Brigham Young Dynasty mode here on NCAA College Football Revamped. Just giving you an update with the scouting or the recruiting. Again, nothing to note just yet, really. We're in a lead with a lot of these guys as we added a bunch of 5- and 4-star prospects in the last video. But again, we will get more into the scouting as the season does go on. But for now, this is what we got going. We've got a lot of athletes, so we're going to be looking at a second. Eric Sanders is one of our bigger recruits. We're looking at a free safety who University of Utah wants as well. The athletes that we're looking at, Will Booker and Doug McCormick, are the big guys over there. And that's really our recruiting board for now as we get week 3 going here. We're taking on the Washington State Cougars. Washington State is 0-2 to start this season. However, they've taken on some pretty good opponents so far as we'll take a look at the top 25 rankings. Obviously, we are at number 24, but we look at the rankings. Number 1, Georgia, 2, Bama, 3, Ohio State, 4, Michigan, 5, A&M, 6, Utah, who will be taken on in a couple weeks, Oklahoma at 7, Baylor at 9, Baylor 8, Notre Dame at 9, Oklahoma State at 10, and then there we are down at below North Carolina and Texas, BYU there at 24th, Tennessee at 25th. Others receiving votes: Ole Miss, LSU, Fresno State, Pittsburgh, and Florida State, as Kentucky and Ole Miss drop out of that top 25. Let's do it, man. A huge game for BYU before the Holy War next week against the Utah Utes. We've got to take care of business against another Pac-12 squad, and our first Pac-12 opponent, our first Power 5 opponent of the season in Washington State. And even though they are 0-2, Washington State can still be dangerous. Their offense really struggling this year, but their defense has been, I wouldn't say solid, but it has been decent enough to keep them into games. But we've, of course, got the number 24 ranked team in the country in the BYU Cougars on the road in Washington to take on the unranked Washington State Cougars. And folks, if you have not yet, make sure that subscribe button down below for some more college football revamped here on the channel. Again, this is episode number 3. If you've missed the first 2 episodes of this Brigham Young Dynasty, playlist is on the channel and in the description as well. Week 1, we had a matchup against the Wyoming Cowboys. I mean, to avoid spoilers, go watch that video first, but we ended up blowing out Wyoming, and then the week after, we blew out a Hawaii Rainbow Warriors squad as well. So we'll see if the domination continues. I'm expecting this game against Washington State to be a little bit tougher, considering, again, this is a Power 5 school in the Pac-12, but really, if we're being honest with ourselves, we are a type of Pac-12 squad. I mean, BYU could play in the Pac-12 if we wanted to. Of course, next year going to the Big 12. We'll see, though, here at Washington State. Starting with football will be the Cougars, obviously, but it's Washington State first. From a 2nd and 12, Ward going to look to his left, and he will find his receiver in Dazon Stribling. Will be a gain of 13 yards right there for Washington State. Now on a play action fake, Ward looking to throw to his right. That ball will be picked off. Hayes with the interception, and Brigham Young's going to get it just like that. Big interception, and here comes Jaron Hall and the BYU Cougars. Hall gonna look on a 3rd and 4 to his right on the run. He will get it to Hill. Big first down for Keanu Hill as he'll stay on his feet all the way down to about the 14. Here comes Jaron Hall on a 2nd and 13 looking to throw. Hall of the middle, ball is caught. Puka Nacua, and Jaron Hall right now, one of the leading candidates for the Heisman, trying to get his team to 3-0. And on a 1st and goal, will be a handoff to the former Cal Bear. Christopher Brooks is in. Easy, just like that for the BYU Cougars. Driving right down the field off the turnover. 7-0 BYU as we will give Cameron Ward and the Washington State Cougars the football back. Ward taking a shot downfield. Oh, it's off the hands of his receiver. Almost a surefire touchdown. It's a great throw by Cam Ward, but that ball is dropped, and Washington State will punt it back to BYU, and there will be a big gain right there. Dallin Holker, who had a big game last week against Hawaii, will pick up a gain of 18 yards. 1st and 10 for Jaron Hall. Play action fake. Scrambling to his right. Hall on the run. He will not have the first down as Hall is tripped up after a gain of 8, but now it's 2nd and 2 for Brigham Young. Read option will go on the give to Chris Brooks, and Brooks will have the first down and another gain of 8 right there for BYU. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Hall dropping back from under center, now scrambling to his right. He'll just dump it off to Brooks again, and it will be yet another first down for BYU, keeping this momentum going that they've had over the last couple weeks. Christopher Brooks right there on the 16-yard first down. 1st and 10, handoff to the backup running back in Katoa. Katoa's got the first. He'll be dragged down at about the 3. 13-yard gain right there for Brigham Young. And on a 1st and goal, it will be a handoff to Katoa again, and he's in. 2 rushing touchdowns so far in the night for BYU. 1 going to Christopher Brooks, and now the 2nd one going to the backup in Katoa. 14-0 for BYU as Washington State's got it back on a 2nd and 6. Cameron Ward gonna look to his right. He will get it to Stribling yet again, and Stribling will have the first down. He will be over midfield, now into Brigham Young territory. 3rd and 1 now though for the Cougars, and Ward's gonna step up and he'll get hit immediately. Cameron Ward, I think it was a design quarterback run, but he's dropped, and BYU will be up by 14, again 14-0 going into the second quarter. So Brigham Young back with the football on a 3rd and 2, play action fake for Jaron Hall looking to throw, scrambling to his right, trying to use his speed to get away, but this time he's tripped up. Again, a little bit of difference. You can't do this against the Washington State team. Jordan Lee with the sack, unlike what we've been able to do against, again, Wyoming and Hawaii. Probably not the same thing applies to this Washington State squad. But on that 3rd and 10, we're going to stop Andre Dollar for a loss of 2, or only a gain of 2. But again, 3rd and 10, forces a punt. BYU gets it back. Jaron Hall using his speed to get away, and he will find Keanu Hill for a big gain of 20 right there. Kind of just a bubble route, taking it all the way up the field, but we'll take it. 3rd and 13 now, though, for BYU as Hall looks to throw to his left. Going for Romney. Ball's picked off by Washington State. Jaron Hall's first pick of the year, and this one's going to be taken back deep into Brigham Young territory. Watson takes one away from the Heisman hopeful, and it will be a 1st and 10 for Washington State from the red zone. Here comes Cam Ward looking to throw to his left. That ball is caught. Touchdown, Zariah Beeson. 19-yard touchdown for Washington State, and we have officially entered the first game of the year where BYU's been in a close one. 7-point game, 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter, but on a 3rd and 5, perfect ball to Isaac Rex, and there he goes. Rex deep into Washington State territory, a gain of 40. Hall to Rex, and now a 2nd and 9 from the 35. Hall again looking to throw. He will find Puka Nacua. Nacua's second catch of the game goes for 15 yards, and that'll be a 2nd and 4 from about the 20. Hall gonna keep on a speed option. He'll take it inside, and Jaron Hall will get us down to about the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal for BYU now. Hall gonna keep, read option, he's in there. Jaron Hall's first touchdown of the game makes it 21-7 for BYU. Ever the threat on the ground, Jaron Hall puts us up by 14 points here on the road against the Pac-12's own in Washington State. It's the game Brigham Young has needed so far going into that ballgame next week against currently ranked number 6 Utah. Huge game so far for BYU as they're up by 14 going into the 3rd quarter. Let's do it. And Brigham Young going to get the football to start off this second half. Jaron Hall in a play action fake going to keep, and he will cut it upfield. Look at Jaron Hall maneuvering his way to the outside. Oh, he's going to take a big hit, but Hall is going to pick up like 9.5, setting up for a 2nd and inches, and we will give it to him yet again. Jaron Hall has got the first down and a gain of 6. I mean, the man's our leading rusher. He's our leading passer. Obviously, the man's having a great season so far. And of course, we're looking for bigger and better things with this BYU team, but Jaron Hall again, another first down. Oh, he'll fumble the football, but Puka Nacua luckily is going to pick that one up, and it'll be a big first down for Brigham Young. Hall here on a 3rd and 8 looking to throw, scrambling to his right. Jaron Hall will get it off to his fullback, and it'll be a first down. Look at the innovation out of this BYU offense, and on a 2nd and 14, Jaron Hall get it keep, and he is brought down immediately. Gonna lose 4 yards. Hall gets injured on the play, however, just temporarily, so Conover gonna have to come in for a play or two. On a 3rd and 18, he'll find Dallin Holker. Gain of 17 sets up for a 4th and 1. We'll keep the offense on the field. It will be a handoff to Christopher Brooks. Brooks has got the first down, and he's in the end zone. Gain of 11 for BYU, gets him in. Chris Brooks makes it 28-7. Conover does his job like he's done before, comes in the game, scores a touchdown, given it wasn't his touchdown this time, but 28-7 now our score for BYU, but a big gain right there for Washington State. We'll take them all the way down to about the 24. It will be Stribling for a gain of 30. Now 3rd and 9 for Ward in the offense. It's a handoff, and it will be enough for the first down. So Washington State goes halfback draw to Cannon Katzer, and it'll be a gain of 12, setting up for a 3rd and 2. Handoff to Andre Dollar. He is short of the end zone and short of the first down, making it a 4th and 1 for Washington State. They will kick the field goal. So instead of trying to make it a 14-point game, they kick the field goal, making it 28-10, and this is where the scoreboard disappears. So this is a Madden glitch. Obviously, this isn't Madden, but this is like a Madden type glitch. Scoreboard goes away. Jaron Hall is back in the game. He runs for 11. We're not going to see the scoreboard until about like 3 minutes left. in this game. So, we're gonna have to deal with it. Jaren Hall, though, keeps on that run. He'll pick up 15, but Washington State gonna get it back. We are in the fourth quarter. You can tell by us switching sides, but Washington State's worked it within the 20-yard line. They're in the red zone, and a big gain right there is gonna get him 8. It'll be Donovan Ollie on the catch. Not fourth down just yet. We can tell by them not kicking the field goal. It doesn't matter because Washington State gets in the end zone. Katzer's in for Washington State, and if you're keeping track at home, it's 28-16 for Brigham Young. BYU will go for 2 to try to cut it to 10, so here comes Cam Ward looking to throw. Cameron Ward to his left, and he will lose the football. Beatty gonna pick it up, and the big man's gonna have to run 90 yards if he wants to make it a 14-point game. He's gonna try to the 40, 35, 30. I feel like I'm watching this in slow motion, but he's still moving at the same time. Beatty is in there. He returns the 2-point conversion for 2 points, and there's your score. 30-16 for Brigham Young as they will get the football back up by 14 points. Here comes Jaren Hall and the guys from the 30-yard line. Hall looking to throw, stepping up in the pocket on a third down. He will pick up the first down and more. Jaren Hall now cuts it back upfield. Look at him work. Jaren Hall fumbles again. And this time Washington State picks it up. So there is life for the Washington State Cougars as Jaren Hall gives up the football. Cameron Ward, though, going to take a sack. He'll lose 8 on fourth down, and BYU will get the football back. Again, my apologies for the scoreboard, but really it's out of my control. That ball's got to be caught. Jaren Hall's only thrown 13 passes tonight, but on a 3rd and 10, Dallin Holker will drop the football, and Washington State will get more life here in this game at home. Cameron Ward to his up, ball's caught. Dazon Stribling's got it. Robinson can't make the tackle. Moore, the last man to beat. Stribling's in. Washington State gonna cut the lead to 7. They have come storming back here at home. 30-23 is our score. Scoreboard's back, 3 minutes to go. BYU trying to ice this game. Read option, Jaren Hall keeps. He's got blockers upfield, and he's gone. Jaren Hall off to the races. Down to 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Jaren Hall still on his feet to the 7. It's a 64-yard run for Jaren Hall, and now a 3rd and goal for Brigham Young. He gets it to Chris Brooks. Brooks drops the football. Could have been a touchdown and could have added to the Heisman resume for Jaren Hall. Instead, we will not risk going for the 4th down conversion. We'll kick the field goal, go up by 10 with 2 minutes to go. Washington State's already used the timeout. It's a 10-point game, and Robinson with the pick makes up for the Stribling touchdown earlier. Robinson with the pick 6, and he'll get into the end zone for the first time in the second half for BYU. 40-23 is our score. Jacob Robinson with the interception. It's Ward's 2nd of the night. Washington State going to say their prayers at the end of this game. Cameron Ward is going to let one fly, and that one's picked off. Udo with the interception, and BYU officially puts this one on ice on the road. They will send Washington State to 0-3 to start this season. And as for the Brigham Young Cougars, 3-0 to start the season. Chris Brooks wins your player of the game this time around instead of Jaren Hall. But of course, Hall has led this BYU team to 3-0 to start the season. They came in tonight's game ranked number 24th in the country. You can only assume that this game on the road against a Power 5 team in Washington State will push them to potentially a higher ranking. But it all comes down to next week, man. The biggest game by far this season so far, maybe in all college football, for being honest with ourselves. Brigham Young on the road, or no, actually at home, in Provo against the Utah Utes. It will be the holy war between number 5 ranked Utah and number 24 ranked Brigham Young. You're not going to want to miss that game, folks. Coming up next year on the channel. I don't have a date just yet, but let's aim for 70 likes in this video for the next BYU game up as soon as possible. So again, 70 likes in this video for BYU and Utah. Let's get it done, man. Big one coming up next, but again, it's 3-0 so far this season for Jaren Hall and the Brigham Young Cougars. So folks, thank y'all for watching episode number 3 of the BYU Dynasty here on College Football Revamped. If you haven't yet, though, make sure that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure you like if you are enjoying the series so far. Thanks for watching, and Mamba forever.